So, this is my final farewell to Yo Elliott video. It's been great, it's been a pleasure. I just have felt as if it's time to move on. And I want to move on like this. Success is not doing the right thing, and it definitely isn't doing the right thing the first time. Success is having the courage to move in the direction of your dreams. Move in the direction that your heart is taking you. My dream, which one day I wrote down based on the ideas of my past, and it sounded a little bit like this. In the future, I will be standing in a stadium speaking to a roaring crowd of tens of thousands of people who I am motivating and inspiring to be the best that they can. I wrote something like that back in 2003, before my daughter was born. And that's what I do, except my stadium is this camera, and it's not a few thousand people, it's almost 1 million. These are the lessons that I tend to share.
Your health and well-being, right? This is fucking crazy, right? Your health and well-being is far more important than the way you look. The journey of life is not so much about what you get, the bigger muscles. It's about who you become. Every choice that you make is adding to who you become, because in the end, people will remember not how big your muscles are or how much you bench press or squat. They're gonna remember the type of person you are, the type of character you've developed. And if the things you have been acquired through cheating and fast results and get-rich-quick schemes, things of this nature, steroids, then they really have no permanent weight on your character. See, I've been lifting since I was 13 years old. I'm 33 now. So for 20 years, I've developed a character that's forged under the iron.
You've got to set structural integrity ahead of everything. Structural integrity trumps everything. You've got to work on your muscular imbalances. That means the weaknesses in your core, your stomach, and the overdeveloped tonic muscles, corrective stretching. Focus and concentrate on those, and you will have an awesome, strong, good-looking body. Deadlifts. You can deadlift and develop an incredibly good-looking, strong body. It's the simplest of all movements, which basically means you pick it up off the floor, but it's not the easiest. Dips. Dips develop the chest, the shoulder, the triceps. Front squats is a forced thoracic extension. More so than the deadlift, they're gonna work the front of your legs, so namely your quads. They require that you have good ankle flexibility, so you're developing your posture, right? Opening up that rib cage, stretching your rectus abdominis, strengthening the scapular adductors and all the muscles that force you into thoracic extension. Chin-ups, different variations of pulling your body up to a fucking bar. Focus on being able to move effectively and efficiently with the weights that your body can handle, especially your stabilizers, at first. Discover all the ranges of motions through all of the patterns of movement that you need to know in order to be a fully functional, strong badass. Stability and movement. Stability and freedom, right? You've got the conservative end of the spectrum, right? Let's call that yang. Let's call this yin. Let's call that day. Let's call that night. You really can't separate any of these things, because that's really the two things we're talking about. You gotta bring it into the middle, folks. Stability doesn't win over mobility, and mobility doesn't win over stability. You've gotta find a middle ground.
You gotta count calories, especially when you're looking to bulk. There's a base of calories that you need to eat. Just go above that by about 200 calories. How do you lose the fat? I'll give you the same advice that I've given you guys over the past several months, and it's what I do. Wake up on an empty stomach every morning and go for an hour walk. Bring the calories back down right below that basal metabolic rate.
Do all that you can this day. Give it all. Spend yourself. But be just as vigilant with your time off. So that's it, guys. It's been a pleasure. I'll continue to see you with other types of videos, but farewell to Yo Elliott.